I think we just talked about how easy it is. Now we are going to take it to another level. Some of us will understand, some of us will not understand. Data availability is a very interesting aspect of how a chain functions, and privacy is all built around it. We have always talked about privacy. Every time we talked about it, we always have talked about it with data, around the data, along the data, on the data, about the data. So it's important to understand how it functions, and platforms or frameworks, I would say, chains like CDK, which is using zero knowledge, of course, but there is more to it. How would you get to the zero knowledge proof, and where the data availability will be in between is also equally important. So of course I can talk in two languages. One, I'll say like, oh, you put a smart contract on Ethereum which is going to verify the hashes, you generate the hashes on the sequencer layer, and you do all sort of technical stuff, and in the end you're safe and secure, and the data is private, and it still is governed by a group of permission nodes. That's one way of saying it. Of course that's not easy though. That's not the easy one. Now the simple one is, yes, there is privacy. It is easy to achieve. You do not have to worry. It is still the same old philosophy we've been following, but we do not map it the right way. Imagine, Hyperledger, Bezos, and Fabrics of the world. We always said these are, a group of permissioned and no permission nodes which are governed by certain entities, and they have the data, in their control, and you can access when you want and all. DA nodes, data availability committee nodes, they are nothing but similar, a group of permission nodes which allow you the whole operation, but they add one thing additional to it, which is the most important thing. They put the final outcome on Ethereum, which is verifiable, which means you have privacy, which is verifiable. So, privacy without verification, you do not trust it because it may exist, it may not exist. But in this case, it exists, and that is what is enabling enterprises to adopt Web3 like they have never done so before. It is easier for any enterprise to build a use case for say, a ZK stack, because they know they have privacy, they have data availability, and yet it is verifiable. So it's it's completing the loop. And again, Polygon CDK or the zero knowledge stack is the North Star, and it would take Web3 in the direction where it should be heading. And again, like I said, the platforms, they would only enable it, but you would decide how you would want to consume it. All the features would be there, all the requirements will be addressed, all the technologies or ancillary components will be there to make it easy, which of course was the previous discussion we had. But in the end, it is about how you stitch them together. It is modularity which is there, but stitching them together is in your control. So you create your own custom chain using CDK or the roll-up stacks. But again, it is in your control. I'm repeating it because tomorrow you may do the right thing or the wrong thing, depending upon how you stitch it together, which includes the privacy, the governance, the decentralization, and also the availability.